It's update time. Yes, it is. Hello, hello. I wanted to show off my chops of being able to say a syllable or whatever that is very long. Yes, we got another update. This time is Obelisk, because it's been an update month apparently, because everything's coming out. Not scared looking at local 58 at all. Nope, not me. Anyway, yes, a new video has come out by Obelisk about 2 weeks ago when I recorded this. It's been a hot minute. For those who don't remember what Obelisk is, it's very surreal horror vibe. Very much of like trying to interpret it, like what type of story it's trying to convey. That's a sentence I said. Essentially, it's giving you little clues of what it's about. It feels very dreamlike in a lot of ways, but it's very obscure. It's very surreal. I like it. It's a good story for what I gathered about it. What I gathered from that is that it seems to be about the trauma of one's childhood, of a mentally ill mother. Someone took their life, father or sibling. It's been a hot minute. It's been several months since we watched it. Very surreal feeling, very weird, and I can't wait to watch it. We got like a 11-minute video. It is called Folly. The description says a land far from the wind. And what I'm gathering from this is probably going to be like very similar to that one episode. What was it? The Obelisk, You've Come Back, which if you remember that one is very like a show, like a children's show being talked about. I would be curious to see if like there is an actual story. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they just weirdly connected, but like it's very interesting. So I can't wait. In this thumbnail, it promises to deliver. So let's get to it. All right, here it is. Obelisk Folly. Let's get to it. There we go. Ah, yes, a windmill. A seesaw? Wait, is that kind of 3-person seesaw? What kind of seesaw is that? I know we're supposed to be going deep into like, like surreal obscureness, but I just want to know what kind of seesaw is this? Or is it, oh, it's a chair. It's like those spinny things. I don't think I've ever been on those type of spinny things. It's like a merry-go-round, but you got a seater. It's a privileged merry-go-round, and I will not be told otherwise. Wind chime in a dying tree. Folly. I'm enraptured already. Like, there's something about the grainy feel of it that just feels like it's very like, you know how like some things feels like it's kind of like on top because it's like the tape itself. This feels like it's actually in it. Like, this is the world. It feels that. It feels very ingrained, more so than like, I don't know. Maybe I've dealt with too many filters making like promo videos for a stream and stuff like that. That's like uses that, but this feels more like ingrained into it. Like the background is this weird texture, right? Along with the plants, and then oh god, we got Curious George on drugs right now. I don't know how I feel about this man. He's terrifying. What a beautiful home. I don't know about that sun on the face though. It's terrifying. I'm glad oh. Dear God, chat, it lives. The face lives. Why am I saying chat? This is a recording. I'm all alone. Anyway. Is this a house? What the fuck? I feel the same way. If I was a house and I was an area, he was like, you know what? I think I deserve a suburban area amongst other homes. I was about to say a really bad joke, about suburban areas and being racism, but you know what? I'm not gonna go there. Never mind. Just hates the neighbors. Is this a standoff? Where's the tumbleweed? These houses are about to shoot each other. It's strike at midnight. Noon, not midnight. That'd be crazy. Imagine the Wild West they did at midnight. I feel like it'd be far more interesting of a time. Also, I just realized, fuck whatever I had to say about my joke. This hat, this house has a hat. Nothing more, Your Honor. That's all I have to say about the situation. Outside of the fact that this feels like a real place. It's like, the fuck, man? I paid you for the hour. We're a minute 24 in and I can't stop making jokes. Anyway. No, this whole location, this desert, feels legitimate. Outside, fucking tentacle house over here that's pissed off about his monkey. His little monkey toys is broken. Man, I don't have the degree to fix this. Hoppy doesn't talk much anymore. The house is talking to me now? That's okay. You just go in there and you just have a good time. You just chill out. I know you're burnt out. I feel that. We should keep moving. I think that house died. Wow. Pay attention to the effects of this fucking tree thing, this plant. I absolutely love it. Yeah, look at that. Holy shit. I'm trying to figure out how to interpret this. That house was not dead, but things are changing. So immediately my first thought, if I remember right, of the original series, it feels like I think it was like you return to your childhood home, right? And uh you return to your childhood home, that you have so much trauma in this childhood home, right? There was a suicide. Your mother never seemed to either recover from it or was already mentally ill prior to that, that maybe have led to that suicide. We found that we only learned that is that entity, that face, right? I'll post a photo. That haunting face was supposed to represent your mother and how we depicted her, especially at a young age, and how you depict things as a child, especially in a trauma sense, kind of just sticks around, right? Like that it gives us those feelings, those emotions kind of stick with you, and the imagery that you had also kind of stick with you until you see it again through an older perspective. I guess that's how you would phrase that at all. I don't know. But it's uh this is feels like it's kind of representing that, right? Uh like I feel like this is what this feels like. The story. It's like you were in this home, this desolate home, you leave and things are changing. Like a weird want of you to come back, maybe, of that other house. I don't know. It has something to do with that. There's something about a depiction of the original series, at least from the first few videos, of being in the house. Feels like a depiction of a younger mind viewing the events, trying to understand it in a lot of ways, and it just but is through a more horrific like imagery, right? Like sometimes the things that may be way dark and evil than they actually were, visually, but because of the way it was, it's just it hurts. It's terrifying. Virgil? I didn't know you were in here, Virgil. What the fuck? Oh, it's getting dark. What the fuck does that mean? What does Virgil have to do with any of this shit? I'm so lost, chat. It hasn't gotten any further away. Yeah. Just sits his ass down. This feels almost like memories. Like, if this is supposed to be the person, right? Like, if this is supposed to be the original, like, supposed to depict the person going through the house, you know, this is like their body trying to leave that. This would have to be like inside their mind, right? So, like, the memory of their favorite toy, even though in actuality it doesn't work anymore. So he keeps it close to him anyway in the memory of it. But if you see in his head, inside of him, the memories, there's a darkness in it that's not obviously not great, but just there's a certain like corruption, I guess. Corruption sounds weird in the sense, doesn't sound right. It's like taintedness. It's very much like the like gives me like the idea of trauma, like a visualization of trauma. And we see that he takes a photo of an older woman off the wall. There's also a heartbeat. So like this has to be like obviously the inside of this being, but also it's inside of our main character, like from the previous videos. And it just gives like a dark interpretation. I don't think I remember you. Grandma? Or actually mother? Oh, there's the monkey. Folly? Is that the name of our character? Oh. Yeah, I think it's like a sense of comfort. Are you scared of the wind? I mean, have you ever heard wind? I think you should be. Why? As that house creeps ever closer in the background there. With no face, it looks like. No face. But it still moves, persists. Oh. Oh. Who's escaping? Why are we wandering off like this is like a Disney movie all of a sudden trying to get laid? What's going on with that? What the fuck? Oh, never mind. Never mind, that's not what I thought. Is it winding the fucking toy up? Or you're winding the toy up? I cannot see it. It's so dark on my end. Holy shit. Yeah. Yeah, I just gotta say it. That's the monkey is a sense of comfort. It is a coping mechanism for the trying to evade off the ever encroaching, like, I want to say mental illness of a parent or something, right? Because this is a very much a smaller house. The other one that has no face, but it has multiple stories, right? It's a bigger house and maybe an older version of a house. They looked about the same age, but that's what that feels like. you could never get away from your past, essentially, is how I feel about it. No matter how much they walk forward, it's always encroaching in the background, always in view, and then a thing comes out slithering to it, like wanting to grab hold of it from the corpse, like the past memory, or I guess corpse would work of a parent, maybe, like not literally, but like very much a like just something like 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 some things get passed on from you from like experience or genetics or whatever, and that's what this feels like, and like the monkey is the only sense of refuge for them, and it stops it. It slows it down ever slowly, and as that happens, it gets brighter, be it only temporary, until it doesn't work no more, and you probably have to leave yet again. It can only comfort you for so long, is how I'm taking this. 100%. Back in you go. Oh, but it's still right there. Always near. It's trying to corrupt your memories, take your memories from you. A destroyed office. It should be here somewhere. Um, yeah, this feels like it's very destroyed. There's notes. This is like someone's room/office. I can't read any of that. What is that? Let's see if I can read this. So I see something about the wife, something sour, the woman in the something, the noise outside is the wind. Uh I can't read much else. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, I can't read much else. Where could it be? The fact that it's like an absolute mess, right? Clothes on the ground. There is a bed with stuff underneath it. I can't tell if this is like a bed frame, like another bed frame up against something, because it kind of does look like that. So I don't know. Blocking a door, maybe. Actually, yes. That's a filing cabinet, maybe like a closet with a bed frame in it. A house in ruins. Blue flowers. Ever encroaching as well. Swallows up memories, I'm assuming. That's how I take that. It feels like it's like swallowing memories or something. The blue flowers, but it's not like too encroaching or anything. Or is it? The flowers are spreading. Yeah. But what the fuck? But what does the blue flowers mean? What do they signify in this? Other than like those are like past memories, right? Important memories of better times, maybe slowly losing them. Because I mean, like, as much as like I know there was a lot of conversations about this on TikTok a while back. of about like, oh, I don't remember my childhood that much. I'm like, well, this is why you talk to professionals, right? You can't just self-diagnose or have, social media diagnose you, because yes, that can be a trauma response of things that happen to you younger, like like a type of coping mechanism. However, you do just forget things when you get older. You only have so much brain capacity, right? Like that makes sense to me. You only have so much room that you just constantly override things to fill it, to like, because you need you need room, right? So you override things. It's like that's how I've always saw it, and that makes sense to me. Um, so like i- in this case, it is very much a, I think, trauma happening of like losing memories that were precious without wanting to, I guess. At least I think so. I don't know. I'm not the greatest at interpreting these things, Chad. Oh, Folly? No, the house is Folly. Monkey Man? Ever engrossed. At night it comes back out. Ever encroaching. Who in the world hasn't had the feeling of like, when like specifically at night, right after a long day, you just sit there and like negativity, uh maybe a sense of depression, hollowness just kind of creeps into you, right? You start maybe even self-doubting yourself on things, and just like feeling bad about yourself. Not to get too real, but I feel like a lot of people go through that. I know I have. Sometimes think keeping you distracted is the best way to do so, which is very much, I guess, probably which is very much what that is, on top of a coping mechanism in a better time. It's distracting yourself from that creeping, like, loss, or like mental illness. At least that's how I'm depicting this. However, seems to be taking memories as well. So I don't know. Or taking things that were part of this house. I'm grabbing too much. Let's just finish this episode. It doesn't work no more. Because it can only work so much. There it goes. I know you heard me before, but the wind is making you forget. As it changes the land, it takes pieces of you with it. So you'll be empty like the land that surrounds you. The pale house knows this. He'll keep your memories safe in a land far from the wind. I'll take you there when it's finished. I promise. What does that mean? What does that mean for us now, though? The house is hollow. No one lives there no more. There's a house with a hat. A faceless house with a hat. As per usual, I'm fucking lost. I'm so lost. That's the thing about these type of series, is right? Like, surreal horror like this, dream-like horror. Like, it's not going to tell you outright what the story is, but in a way, it kind of does. You just have to interpret it. It's not saying it with words. It's saying it with like obscure imagery. And so you have to piece it together yourself. I really think that this story has to do with like trauma and going back home, having to face said trauma. It could be like, in a lot of ways, going home after your mother has passed, having to take care of said house, and like a sense of like dread and fear fills you as you go through it, and like um making you feel like you're trapped, having to deal with that, or the fact that it's just um it could be also more straightforward of having to face said trauma. But like there's something about it, I feel like it's just like a metaphor, or metaphor for it all, of the fact that it's just having to reface that trauma on top of realizing maybe you are having the same problems. I think that's how I would depict it as. It's almost like having to reface those traumas, having to reface your mother, or like the aftermath of her life, and having to deal with that, and then realizing that you may have a lot of similar traits to that, and realizing that your coping mechanisms and everything aren't working, and you're losing memories somehow, like involved with that. I'm taking it more as a mental illness. Like it feels to me like having to come to terms with that mental illness along with your past trauma. At least that's what it feels like to me, right? I don't know how you guys feel about Obelisk. Please let me know what your thoughts are on this series down below if you have watched it. If you haven't, you can check out watch along for it. It's in the playlist somewhere, or you can go check it out yourself. Like, it's called Lizard Maniac, I believe. I'll put up the channel. I'm sure there's a playlist as well, but like, I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on this, because I'm at a loss. I have my interpretation. I think it's one of those series like you never know what is going to be the answer to it, right? I don't know if we'll ever know, but like it's just what matters is like how it makes you feel. It's like one of those type of deals, right? There may be a definitive answer from the creator, but you may not get ever that indefinite answer. At least that's what I think.